and he went out the worst. The way he
Yeah.
died was like, what? You know,
Yeah. And then
it just I
it didn't even seem like it was worth it because it didn't seem like she was really that happy.
no, it
Af
wasn't worth it. He
yeah.
accomplished nothing. It was so
Nothing.
mean. It was so it was so meaningless. It was all so meaningless. And I guess that's
Yeah.
the kind of I think that's the thing. Like those kind of stories, people like the critics, they love those kind of stories. They're like, oh yeah, beautiful tragedy. You know what I mean? Life is meaningless. My life is pointless. But it's
Because
like,
that's how they
yeah,
see
well,
it?
I think they like those kind of stories. You know, although everything everywhere all at once was beautiful. Did you see that movie?
No.
Damn.
I don't be watching, like, anything besides anime, really. Is that anime? I
It's
assume it's
not
not.
anime, but it's very anime-esque. The story is very anime, very very anime. It's one of my favorite movies for sure, top three.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
yeah, I've watched it like multiple times. It's weird. It's quirky. Yeah, I was very disappointed with Cyberpunk because I just felt like okay, everyone's hyping this movie up. Maybe it's going to be decent, and it wasn't. It wasn't. The
Yeah.
characters were very shallow. The plot was very shallow. The motivation was very shallow. The story was shallow. The world was shallow. We don't know anything
Mhm.
about that world. You know what I mean? Except that you can you know, hook yourself up to the internet.
Yeah.
We don't know how they got to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what was the progression? There was nothing. It was
And
so
then the way, like,
lazy.
his and then the way the mom died, like, yeah, everything, bro.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of how lazy the story was. They get the mom. They get in that car accident because they don't have
Er
insurance. They don't help the mom, but they get to the hospital and she's fine. And then he goes away, and then he comes
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
and they're like, "Oh yeah, she died." We don't get
Yeah,
to
like,
see.
what the fuck? That fucking was, like, so lame to me because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, she Gucci, like, alright, she got in the accident, she gonna be good." And then like,
Yeah,
the way she died, bro, like, they coulda made that so much more dramatic, like, if it's his
exactly.
mom dying, bro, because
And
that's what's
that's
changing the whole course of the show is him turning to who he's gonna become because of that.
exactly, Posh.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
whole reason he becomes who he becomes, and the way they handled that is exactly why I thought that show was trash.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
she died off screen. She died
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
screen, and oh, it just was
Yeah. No.
so. And then he happens to see this chick pickpocketing on the train.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah. No, I feel you. The thing about it, like, it kinda to me felt like it was gonna have potential. Like, I feel like they coulda saved it. Like, okay, y'all got lazy with, like, the whole show, but if they woulda done a good ending, maybe. But, like, the whole show was shitty, then you gonna give me a shitty ending too? Because that's
the
what I
the
had hope for. I was like, "Okay, maybe, they're lazy right here and alright, there's things lagging and shit here, but y'all could give us," like I was, like, excited to see how it was gonna end. Because to me, I thought they were gonna like, I thought somehow he was gonna survive. Because how you were saying that, like, he was different, like, he had something special about him. Like, I
right,
thought he was gonna be able to overcome.
bro. And then when they got to the point where like they didn't have any junk anymore, like they didn't have like he didn't have a joint and she didn't have anything. Like
Yeah.
they got like Barbie dolls down there and stuff.
Oh,
Did,
yeah,
did
yeah.
you see that? I was like,
Yeah,
is it worth it? Like, is that power
yeah.
really worth it? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even at the end, he was just basically like a torso. Like
Yeah.
plugged into those. It was like it just got kind of wacky. But I'm not into. I don't know if that's technically like mecha. I'm not into
Yeah.
mecha anime to begin with. Gundam
True.
Wing and I liked Code Geass, but like Gundam and those kind of anime.
Maybe it is. I've never seen Gundam. I'm not a fan of it either. So maybe that's maybe where we're like, maybe like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Have you seen
maybe
Gurren
because
Lagann?
not the whole thing, but I did watch some of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you like any of it? Like,
Well, I was kind of upset like when Was it his big brother? Or I think they were just friends, but when he died,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was a
Um,
that was it was pretty early on too.
yeah.
There's so Gurren Lagann is like 3 acts. Like there's like before that guy dies, after he dies, and
Mhm.
then the after. I'm trying not to
Yeah.
spoil, but
Right, right.
I guess saying that the guy died is a huge spoiler.
Huge spoiler, my bad.
So okay,
But yeah,
there's like the main character as a kid with his big brother,
with his big brother,
kid
yeah.
without the big brother, and then him as an adult. That's the 3 acts. And
I don't know. I
it,
don't like when
it
people die.
good.
I really
I'm glad
don't.
to hear that.
No,
So
because
you should
like
never watch a Kame ga Kill.
I haven't watched it, but it's a
Don't.
big thing with Demon Slayer too. Cause I don't know, like I think it makes it good because I don't know. I don't know. We're not gonna go into that. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I just don't like when they kill off characters like that. Like when they killed out like Neji, for example. Like that shit. Like why? Why was that necessary, bro?
It wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah.
necessary. It was so stupid. It was so pointless. Like I mean, for the story, it was pointless. And then I've always had an
Yeah.
issue. I've always had an issue with the fact that like you're telling me this guy can't dodge, like a stick coming at him from like whatever. This guy's like next level Jonin,
Next level. Next
and
level.
like I'm sorry, uh, Naruto's parents should have never died. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. This guy, you're telling me he can teleport and he couldn't touch his family and move. He had to
Yeah.
just you know,
I
and
feel
then
like I don't know, like maybe they feel like that's gonna like add to the story or something, but I don't know. Like to me, I'm like I don't like that shit.
well, you can't have the story of Naruto with his parents, but there was no
Yeah,
reason for Neji to die. Zero
yeah,
reason.
Neji.
It did
Yeah,
nothing. It did nothing for the story. You would have had if you wanted to kill somebody and you really wanted to kill somebody. You Hinata, Hinata at Pain with Pain. That should have been somebody. That's someone that could die, but they didn't need to
yeah,
kill anyone else. They killed Jiraiya. They killed
yeah. That was
Asuma.
tough.
You know,
Yeah, tough.
Itachi finally died. You didn't. They didn't need to kill anybody else. Everybody
Yeah,
that was like driving the main characters died. You know, maybe if they wanted to kill Tsunade, but they didn't need to. You know,
yeah. But yeah, that's
yeah,
how I feel. Like I don't think David. Like I just wish at least David would have survived for Cyberpunk. Especially how they were saying like, "Oh, you're different." Like I thought he was gonna be like have like a special like power or something about him, like something different from about him.
right. He low key wasn't. He low key wasn't special at all.
At all,
Like,
like he was literally the same
bro, he just thought, yeah, he just crapped out like the same as the other guy.
as the
You
other
know,
guy, the same as Mame.
when they brought the like guy who went full cyber, he destroyed David. He like whooped
Yeah.
his. I was like,
That's
what?
what that's what David should have been.